Hello, this is Miss Shower from Holly Elementary. I'm a STEAM resource teacher at Holly, and a lot of my students this year really enjoyed using the Fairfax County Jade mapping application system to explore the maps, the aerial maps and the satellite maps of the area where they live, and so they could see the change over time. So I thought I'd make this quick tutorial to show you how to get to the free application that was put out by Fairfax County, and also how to turn on the aerial and satellite imagery so that you can explore your neighborhood too. So I'm going to move myself out of the way first of all. And in the address bar, if you type in the bit.ly link for it, it's https:// and we're going to do bit.ly / and then we're going to type Fairfax Jade with a capital F. So it's a capital FAIRFAX. And then Jade is all caps, JADE caps. And then when I click enter, it's going to go directly to the app. Sometimes it can take a moment to load because it's going through the ArcGIS Online mapping platform. But in just a moment, it will load. And voila, map of Fairfax County. So GIS is Geographic Information Systems, and it's basically just a way of visualizing data. So taking data and putting it on layers of maps that you can turn on or off so that you can visualize the data and see relationships that you wouldn't ordinarily be able to see. So if you look over here to the far left, you can see the image of the different pieces of paper on top of each other to represent the different maps. And that's how I'm going to get to the satellite imagery. I'm going to click on Manage Map Layers. And that's going to bring up a list of different categories of maps. So each one of these bolded texts is a different category. If I press on the plus sign next to any category, it's going to expand the list so that you can find out what other maps are within that category. So within this public facilities one or the schools one, for example, if I click on plus, then it's going to let me choose if I want elementary schools, middle or high, or all of them, but I don't. So I'm not going to choose that one. Now, you'll notice they're all grayed out. That's because I don't have this selected. If I do select it, then they become visible. But since I don't need schools right now, I'm going to turn that back off again. I'm going to click the minus button to make all of those smaller. I'm going to unclick everything. So I can turn the maps on and off just by clicking those the little check boxes. But I do want the last one, which is the imagery button. So that will show you aerial imagery from 1937 through present day satellite imagery. So right now we're looking at 2019 imagery. And how do I know that? Well, if I go over to plus, I'm going to expand the list, and I can see there are all these different maps that I can choose from. So the cool thing is I can choose multiple maps like this, and I'm going to click 1937, 1953, 1960. Just do a bunch of them. So you can kind of see around the edges that you can see the different maps are getting layered on top of each other. So the cool thing about the Jade is that I can actually use this little slider bar down here in the bottom left of the screen. And if I click on, or if I move it up and down by holding down my left button on my mouse and using my other finger to push it down, I can actually see change over time by sliding the bar. So here's 1990. And I can go all the way back to 1937. So it's just some black and white aerial photos taken from planes. If I want to zoom in, I can use this plus and minus button up here to zoom in and out. So I can just click on plus, plus, plus. Again, it might take a minute to load. But you can see how land use was a lot different back in 1937, even without color. So those are some different things that you can do with the Fairfax County mapping application called Jade. And I've posted some other videos so you can see other features that you can explore in Jade. So thanks for watching.